Okay, so let's talk about critique. Some of the critiques I've already talked about. There is a high level of personal disclosure in this class, which could be uncomfortable for some people. I mean, we need to recognize that this class is not going to fit every client that walks in your door. It might be considered too crunchy for some families. So this idea is, again, and it's just kind of like what I was talking about with the last video, it's just important to be aware of and to make sure your clients are aware that this is the type of class it is. And when you're writing pros and cons for your client handout, you do need to mention the fact that this stuff is happening there so that you're not sending clients into this relatively alternative style of childbirth education without them knowing that that's kind of where they're heading towards, because you really won't get clients buying into the method unless they are aware of what they're going for, right? It doesn't focus too much on the mechanical and physical aspects of pregnancy. So if you believe that it's important for a woman to know what's going on with her body physically, if you're looking for more of the Bradley technique, where it talks about the physical anatomy and stuff that happens, this is not necessarily the class for you. Although at the very beginning of the class, the instructor should, if she's following or he's following the birthing from within method, ask what the students want to hear. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to know what they don't, what they don't know already. Yeah, so it's hard sometimes to talk about what you want to learn from a class, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. Yeah, does that make sense? It does have an acceptance of all birth methods. So the fact that it accepts elective cesarean section can be difficult for some people, for some midwives, and they choose not to do it because this method is not all about obtaining vaginal birth with no medication. This method is really about psychologically and socially adjusting to pregnancy, to birth, and to being parents. So it's just a different focus on birthing from within.